with me, baby? Do you wanna roll 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 with me, baby?
Yo, welcome back. It's your boy Trillionaire Chuck once again. Sorry we had started the show a little late. I was coming off of, I guess you could say, a cold. Uh, I was feeling a little under the weather, period, for a little bit. But, I'm getting better. Been getting my rest in and everything like that. But today we have a lot to talk about. So, let's get straight to it. First order at hand. Again, shout out. My co-host couldn't make it. He'll be here soon. Rio, much love, baby. But let's get into the first topic, which is fashion. Now, everybody sees fashion, from the top name brands to the styles, how people coordinate their outfits. Some go by like the thread count, some go by, matching the skin tone, the season, or the undertone, putting different outfits, different colors to go with. Some of them be a hit, some of them be a miss. Like, nah, I don't wear that. But what I want to talk about is fashion influencers and social media, and basically how the influencers play a big role in the fashion industry. Reason being is because now, if you have a lot of followers, you bring in a lot of companies that want to, have this influencer wear their products because they want their customers to come shop with them. Okay, so with social media constantly growing, do influencers change the dynamics of how people dress today in this era? I would say yes and no, because it depends on if that person is well known and how big the audience is on social media. So, like, even if you have a big audience and stuff, if you're wearing this name brand that no one ever heard of and stuff like that, not too many people will, go to it and be like, oh, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and buy this. Like, perfect example, I like what Brandon Jennings is doing with Tough Crowd, right? He's ex NBA player, but and when I walk outside and stuff, I don't see a lot of people wearing Tough Crowd because it's the brand still has to build. It still has to gain awareness. And so with that being said, and yeah, he has a huge following on Instagram, on Twitter, and everything like that. He's on Gil's Arena's podcast show. And so another influencer, again, I don't see too much for stuff, and he does a great job. He's probably the highest paid influencer out there. It would be Mr. Beast, and he sells his merchandise. But again, when I'm outside at a grocery store, at an event, I don't see too many people wearing a Mr. Beast shirt and stuff like that. But now on the flip side to that, if you are an influencer that's on the up and up and up and coming, and you have the audience that gravitates towards you, then okay, then yeah, people will see your merchandise. If it attracts to them, if it speaks to them, then yeah, you'll see people wearing it. So like, for instance, it's someone in Chicago. I can't think of his name. I think his name is Rob. He's the owner of Black Heroes. And so he has a huge following on Instagram, and Black Heroes been around for 5 years. So when I step outside, I see a few people wearing a Black Heroes hoodie, and some of the Black Heroes t-shirts and stuff. So that's why I said it's kind of like it's kind of 50-50 because it depends on you as the individual. How much are you marketing this brand, and does this brand resonate to a certain type of audience? But take it back. If you was to come out with your own brand and it wasn't popping, if it wasn't up there like with the FUBUs, with the academics, with the Echoes, or the Gucci's, the Burberry, you would get teased. What is this? And they would start making fun. Now we're in an era where more people are creating their own brand, catering to their specific niche, their specific audience that they're targeting, and it's becoming cool now versus back then. And me personally, I kind of like that because it's showing more creativity from the designer, and it's forcing the big level companies to step their game up. You know, and so that was just one of the things. Another interesting matter is the vintage and retro fashion. The resurgence of vintage styles and how they're influencing modern fashion trends. So, like, one thing I do notice is, like, this particularly goes on with shoes, right? They're bringing back the retro Jordans, right? So now the shoes, the mics that was wore when I was a kid. Now, mind you, I am 35 years old right now, and back then when I was younger and stuff, when I was wearing mics, I didn't have every single pair of mics. I had a few, but now I'm seeing them same mics recycled. It took to the point where when I was in Boston, a guy by the name of Boo Bragg, he had a huge like Adidas collection. He loved Adidas, the shell toes and stuff. It was the same shoe they brought back, I think, in 2013 for Adidas or 2014. He already had. He was wearing them. I was like, dang, when you got those? Those look nice. He was like, brother, I've been had these shoes. He said, I just keep my shoes clean. They coming back in style, so I bust them out. And it's like, yeah. And my mom used to always say, she used to say, fashion repeats itself. Now, because now look at the resurgence of bell bottoms. You see the resurgence of Tommy Hilfiger. Soon, people are going to start back rocking the starter jackets with the teams on. Now, come on now, people. Let's not play that game. Like you didn't have the Charlotte Hornets, the original Charlotte Hornets, with the Hornet with the basketball on it, and you ain't had that starter jacket when you was a kid. Okay. Yeah, you did. Almost everybody had it. That's gonna eventually come back. Fashion is slowly, it repeats itself. So it's like the stuff you have on now may fade, but eventually it will come back. And that's just how things are in the fashion game and stuff. You see it in the fashion shows. You see it on the runway shows and everything. Certain like the flat shoes, like them shoes that make you tall and stuff. You see people rocking them. Mostly ladies, rocking them and stuff. So yeah, overalls. The overalls gonna be coming back soon. I think, but see, here's one thing I don't want to come back, and that's baggy clothes. I gotta agree with my boy Harvey World on this. He know who he is. Let's leave the baggy stuff and let's leave that alone, okay? With the big tees, where like a guy like me wearing a 5X t-shirt where the sleeve was like right here and stuff. We talking like I think '02 Lil Wayne, 2001 when Lil Wayne dropped the Carter, and he was like this with the white T-shirt, and the T-shirt was covering the elbow. Cause that's how you knew if the shirt fit you. Cause like where I'm from, the shirt, the T-shirt had to cover your elbow. Now if it covers your elbow, they're like it's kind of too big, so it has to come like quarter length, like right here and stuff, just to show off that the little muscle and stuff. Now let's just keep it, clothes that fit, slim fit. Let's leave it like that. Let's get rid of the skinny jeans. Like that's too no. Skinny jeans, no. Let's ditch that. And let's ditch the baggy clothes stuff. Let's ditch that. Let's not bring that back. That, no. Ain't nothing cool with wearing, when your waist size is a 38 and you're wearing pants with the waist size of 44. That's not cool. Where you can fit two people in your pants. That's not cool. So, ladies, fellas, let's leave those where they are, and let's just keep evolving. Let's bringing more of the casual style back, formal styles, wearing clothes that actually fit your size, not too big or too baggy where it's like a sheet is over you. Let's not bring that back. And then, another thing I saw, the resurgence of like the cartoon characters. So I don't know, this might be over some of you all's heads, but Lot 29, when they was running the game, when they was having the Looney Tune cartoon characters on the shirts and stuff, that's gonna start coming back. Cause I seen somebody with like a Rugrats jacket and it was dope. And I was like, where'd you get that jacket from? And they told me the store, but that store is no longer around. But watch, in the next, give it like 3 to 5 years, you're going to start seeing that emerge back. Like the famous cartoon characters that we all grew up on, like Taz, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck. They're going to start bringing them out, the Rugrats, Scooby-Doos, all that. That's going to start coming back into the fold of fashion and everything. So y'all just get ready for that. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button. Subscribe to the podcast. It does go a long way. We're trying to get Heartbeat Arena podcast monetized. And if you have not done so already, also like and subscribe to my personal channel, Trillionaire Chuck. The difference is if you subscribe to the podcast, you can watch the shows, for free. If you're trying to watch it through my personal channel, you got to be a member to have access to all the shows and stuff. And yes, be a member if you haven't done so already. Also, don't forget to shop Shift Squad. That's www.shiftsquad.net for your latest basketball and active apparel for both men and women. And shop Black Gods and Goddess, all one word.com. Make sure you check them out. They have some pretty nice stuff. They have the springs come around, get you a polyester spring jacket for the men. Ladies, you still can get your Black Goddess hoodie. Feel empowered. Unleash the God and Goddess within you and stuff. And next segment, we're going to shift into, let's talk about these Clippers. The Clippers are now ranked 4th in the Western Conference. And big shout out to Tyronn Lue for getting the team to where they need to be. Also, I want to give a major shout out to Kawhi Leonard for staying healthy, because he's been playing extremely well, like we all say, and he is, engineering that team to be able to go to the playoffs. I hope he continues to perform well. I also want to shout out Russell Westbrook for, I know it was hard. I personally didn't want to see this, but I know he's coming off the bench running that second unit. He's doing a phenomenal job with that. I felt like he should have still been starting. James Harden should have been coming off the bench, but Tyronn Lue knew what he was doing. Russell saw the bigger picture, and he basically took the pressure off of Tyronn Lue and said, don't worry, coach, I'll come off the bench, I'll run the second unit, and let James do what he do. That I salute you for that, my dude. Keep up the good work. So the question is, do the Clippers have enough to actually win the title? It's hard to say. Why is it hard to say? Because they don't really have an inside presence. You got Kawhi, who's going to be Kawhi. You got Paul George, who 1 minute he's up and down. I mean, he still could get you like 20 plus a night. And you got James Harden, passing the ball, being the actual point guard, who could also get you 20 plus a night. It's gonna come down to if the Clippers can play basketball without it being so much an ISO and knowing who's going to get the last shot at the end. I think that's what it's going to boil down to, because them not having no legit like post presence down there to like try to stop, Joker or Cat could affect them, because Minnesota is doing very well. Karl Anthony Towns is playing more in the post than the perimeter. Rudy Gobert slow-mo is doing his thing. It's gonna come down to, because only one with playoff experience, well, not playoff experience, but championship pedigree is Kawhi Leonard on that team. So the team is, I believe, the team will go as far as Kawhi can take them. If I'm the Clippers, I will want to avoid Denver in the first round. I want to avoid the Timberwolves. Any other team they face, I'm okay with. I believe they will have a chance. But because those guys have bigs that could go out there and get it and get to the line and stuff. And they might. They just can't run into the Timberwolves and Denver in the first round. Is what I'm going to say. And then the Sacramento Kings, you got them in the fold. And the next question poses is, can the Kings get past the first round? It's about matchups when it comes to the playoffs. That's really what it's about. It's just about matchups. I think they can't. Of course, I don't think the Sacramento needs to be if they see the Clippers, they're probably going to get bounced. If they see Minnesota, they may get bounced. If they see Denver, they're going to get bounced. Those three teams, they can't see. Now, if they see a team like the Lakers, they should beat the Lakers easily. Even though with LeBron and AD, it's the fact of, Fox, who's like sixth in scoring in the league, he's going to get his. Then Murray is going to get his. So AD's going to neutralize Sabonis. Okay. AD can't let Sabonis go off. Sabonis just goes left. He has no right. Force him right. Make him right. Just make him finish right. And be fine with that. And then, Harrison Barnes, he's the X factor because if he's scoring like 15 or plus, then that's going to be hard on the Lakers. The Lakers just they don't have enough to offset Sacramento, especially if Sacramento plays that up and down game and they push tempo. That's going to make the Lakers, it's going to wear them out because they're not an up and down team. They're more of a half court team. So I will put my money on Sacramento beating the Lakers if they were to see each other in the playoffs. If Sacramento was to see Golden State, even though I don't know if Golden State gonna make it, but let's say hypothetically they turn it around and they end up in the play-in and they end up making it. Sacramento will see Golden State, they may catch them this time because the team is not synced. The bench isn't performing as well as they should. So I think Sacramento might get Golden State. Phoenix. If Phoenix is fully healthy at a full clip, I would have to give that edge to Phoenix because Sac doesn't have no one that can stop. Because Booker and Fox are going to cancel each other out. And then I don't think Keith Murray cancels out Bradley Beal. And they just don't have no one that's going to match up with Kevin Durant. 'Cause even if you put Kevin Durant at the 4 against Sabonis, he's going to draw Sabonis out that paint, out that lane. So, yeah, I would give that to the Suns. So that would be something, to see. And who knows? We'll see. And last but not least, Toronto made a trade. They sent Pascal Siakam to the Pacers. Not only that, they sent OG Anunoby to the Knicks in exchange for RJ Barrett. So in the next few years, can Toronto see themselves getting back to the finals? If we're talking like in the next like 3 to 4 years, I don't think so. No. They're in the rebuild stage. This is going to take some time. Players don't really want to go to Toronto, so I don't see that happening. But anything is possible. I don't see it in a few years. Them going to the finals. No, I don't see that happening at all. Now, before we get into the subject of what the latest news that happened in the NBA, we're going to go to this quick commercial break.
Welcome to Shift Squad the Ultimate. Gear for athletes who redefine confidence. Shift Squad embodies the essence of strength and readiness. Our mission, to make you feel invincible, whether you're a seasoned pro or simply passionate about sports. Shift Squad is here to elevate your game. Our clothing isn't just fabric, it's a statement of confidence. Join us in our journey to inspire greatness. Be part of a community that uplifts, motivates, and believes in the power of confidence. Together, we can move mountains. Shift Squad, where every stitch is a testament to your strength. Gear up, feel great, and inspire others to believe in themselves. Because here, confidence isn't just worn, it's lived. Shift Squad, wear it, believe it, achieve it.
All right, welcome back. So, interesting. AJ Griffin gets fired as the Bucks head coach, and they replace him with Doc Rivers. Some reason Doc Rivers always gets a coaching job. It's like, I don't know what he's doing, but congrats to you, Doc. Here's the challenging part. Can Doc get them to the finals and possibly win a chip this year, right now? Because they're looking at right now. So, what happened, I guess, when Giannis sent that tweet out as far as saying everybody needs to be playing better, coaches, teammates, all the way down to the ball boy. Everybody has to do their job, play their part. I guess the front office felt like Adrian Griffin was losing control of the locker room, and they brought in Doc because Doc has experience with coaching players at that level, like superstar talent. Because you gotta look at it. Let's look at the teams let's look at the type of players he's coached. Tracy McGrady, I believe it was Tracy McGrady and Grant Hill when they were a part of the Orlando Magic. You got the Boston team, Ray Allen, Rondo, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, James Posey and them boys, Eddie House, that team, Leon Poe. He coached the Clippers with Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Jamal Crawford, JJ Redick. He coached Philly with a young Ben Simmons at the time, Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris. I'll pose the question, is Doc the person for the job? Can Doc Rivers get the Bucks to the finals and possibly win a championship? I don't know because as a coach, you got one championship to show for it. You and that Philly team, realistically, Philly was supposed to have a championship with that team with Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons. That was a championship team. No, so I would have loved to see Mark Jackson get that job. Honestly, I don't know why he's not coaching somewhere, but that's one coach I would have loved to see get that job. Wait, let me see what coaches was available on the market. Let's see what coaches are free agents in the NBA that possibly could have been a fit for that job. Let's see real quick. Let's see if they'll tell us. I'm trying to find a list. I don't think they're gonna tell us. They're just gonna tell us like, okay. Yeah, they're basically telling us who the coaches are right now in the league. They're not really much telling us who's a free agent. Let me see if I type in free agents. There you go. Top available head coaches during the offseason. Let's see. So let's see here. Terry Stotts, Dave Jorger. Oh, Mike D'Antoni was available, but I don't think he would work for that. Yeah. Mark Jackson. Well, I mean, I guess because when you look around, it's like Nick Nurse, I believe, is already. Yeah, Nick Nurse is still signed. Frank Vogel. It's not yet. Well, I mean, it wasn't no one really available besides Mark Jackson, Kenny Atkinson. Yeah, Mike D'Antoni. It's almost like they really didn't have a choice, because when you're looking at this, you're looking at the list. There's not many that was out there. I mean, I would have liked Mark Jackson. I think he would have been a fit because I feel like he deserves another chance. D'Antoni, I don't think that team is fit for D'Antoni's style of play, because he likes a bunch of shooters and he likes an up-tempo type of team. So that wouldn't work for them. That's not much of a up and down, fast-paced team and stuff. So I guess like if you want to put it into perspective, if you wasn't gonna give Mark Jackson, it was either Kenny Atkinson or maybe Mark Jackson, because everybody else is still under contract. So unless you're gonna go back and get Mike Budenholzer, that's an option. Go back and get Mike Budenholzer. See if he could turn it around. I wouldn't have even fired Mike Budenholzer though. Honestly, I wouldn't have fired him. I mean, he's the reason y'all won a championship under his leadership. So just keep him. But I don't think Adrian Griffin. I don't think he should not have gotten fired. But I think when Giannis put that tweet out, it kind of let front office know that Adrian Griffin was losing control of the locker room and guys really weren't respecting him. I guess maybe it's because he's a rookie coach and he has no experience, but he has to get his feet wet somehow. You know, so why not? You know, you gave him this team. Why not just let him play the season out? They were number 2 in the East. Just let the record play out and see how he does. I don't know. This is a cutthroat business. It's cutthroat business. And another take in the NBA world. Should Draymond Green be going to? No. Should Draymond Green be playing for in the Olympics for Team USA? No. Because he hasn't done enough to earn him that spot. Really, yeah, you're a Olympic gold medalist. I believe he's a 2-time. Let me just fact check. I believe he's a 2-time gold medalist. You know, he got 4 rings, but we sending dogs over there. We got to send dogs over there to set a statement. And then by the Olympics being held in Paris, that could be another reason they was like, nah, because of the incident with Rudy Gobert. So yeah, he has 2 gold medals. Nah, I'm still not picking him. I'll do my team selection on the next episode, but yeah, we need to try to create the dream team, recreate the dream team, and if possible, send them guys over there, because we got to beat them boys by like 50 a game. Not 20, not 2, not 1, 50. So that way they know that this country still produces the best talent and the best athletes. Okay? And before we get into our last segment of the show, I'm going to go to this quick commercial break. Stay tuned.
Introducing the silk yellow dress where sophistication meets style. A statement piece designed for the modern woman who seeks elegance and flair. Crafted from luxurious non-stretch silk, its vibrant yellow color commands attention, while the delicate spaghetti straps and meaty length exude sophistication. From daytime chic to evening glamour, this dress effortlessly transitions with you, accentuating your grace and confidence. Elevate your style. Seize the spotlight. The silk yellow dress, a timeless masterpiece for the goddess within you. Order yours today. Dress the part. Be the allure. Order now and embrace your elegance with the silk yellow dress.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for the final segment of the show, relationship talks. Okay, so let's get into it. One of the topics I want to talk about is parenting and co-parenting, the changing dynamics and roles in parenting within a relationship. So, can you still date someone with kids while they co-parent is the question. I believe you can, because if the mother of the child and the father of the child aren't together, but they co-parent, meaning like they take care of the kid, the child, but they're just not, intimate with each other. They don't go together. They just co-parent. Someone that's stepping into that, they have to have that understanding, like, hey, this is like if a guy is stepping in and a woman is co-parenting with the father's child, then the guy stepping in needs to let the guy know, like, hey, I co-parent with the child's father. There's nothing sexual going on with us or anything like that. He pays he does what he does for his child. And the guy has to understand that and trust that that's just what it is, because when it comes to that, trust issues do arise, because one person is going to feel like, okay, if it doesn't work out, they can always go back. When you're co-parenting, you guys have to understand, you can't always think that it's something sexually being involved with the two. Okay? They have a child together. Their responsibility is to take care of the child. Where it gets tricky at is when it comes to disciplining the child. Because if the father is in the child's life, that man can't put his hands on that child, because the father's going to get mad at the dude. Same thing with the woman. The woman stepping into the relationship of the guy, and he's co-parenting with the mother of the child. That woman better not put her hands on his child, because that's the mother's job to do. So that's where it gets it gets tricky at when it comes to the disciplinary actions of it. And so you have to come in mentally strong with an understanding, like, okay, if this is who you want to be with, this is what you're gonna have to deal with. If you can't deal with that, then it's okay to just be like, you know what, nah, I can't roll with that, because it'll be a disservice. Because you may feel like it may be a disservice to you, because you can't sleep at night knowing that you can still go back, or there still might be something going on, and And half the time, it probably don't even be nothing going on. Just, hey, we got report card day, and I got to go up to the school with the mother of the child to see what's going on. It's just what it is. So if it's for you, like if you're okay with your spouse co-parenting, then okay, be cool. But if you're not, then just let them know respectfully, hey, this doesn't work for me. And maybe you should just find someone that probably does not have kids. Okay? Moving along. Self-discovery and partnerships. So the role of self-discovery and personal growth in forming a healthier relationship. So basically the question is, does knowing yourself lead to a healthy relationship? Absolutely. Yes. Yes, it does lead to a healthy relationship. Because you know who you are, you know what you represent, you know what you stand for, you know what you're going to tolerate, what you can tolerate, and you know what you cannot tolerate. You're not going to go for no bull job if you know yourself. That's just the bottom line. If you don't know yourself, that could cause tension, because now you're being mistreated, but you thinking it's love when realistically it's not love, because you don't know exactly what love is or how to be loved. Okay, because if you grew up and you were in a household where the father beats the mother, beats your moms, and now men, if that was you growing up as a man and you're seeing that, not to say that it's 100% guaranteed, but sometimes you might perceive that as, okay, well, that was love because I saw my dad beat my moms, and so now I'm not the guy is doing it, and that ain't it. Or like women, when a guy abused them, they think that's love because they seen it from their household, and that's not love, no. And so, knowing yourself, you're gonna know like, okay, look, I don't like being talked to this way, or hey, no, don't put your hands on me. Hey, wait a minute, I have priority stuff that I have to do, and if the person you're dating don't understand that, then it's like, hey, you know what you gotta do. Or if you see your person lacking, then you're gonna let them know. You can't be scared to stand on what you believe in and tell people how you feel you should be treated. You know yourself, you know how you want to be treated. Some know how they want to be loved. And if they don't see that, then they need to exit stage left. But the biggest fear that I see amongst people is people just are scared to be alone. And with that's why they stay in certain situations they know they should be out of. Because they're scared of being alone and the fear of they can't get nobody else. Being content. And that's a horrible feeling. That's a horrible, horrible feeling to have and to experience. Just being content with being mistreated, verbally abused, physically abused. and feeling like you can't find love, so you just accept with what's out there. And it's like, nah, you do deserve the proper treatment. You do deserve to be loved, unconditionally. But you won't get it until you know yourself, till you discover the true meaning of you. And so hopefully that resonates with somebody out there. I felt like somebody needed to hear that. That's why I picked these two topics for our relationship talk. But you tell me what you think. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button so you can get more of the Heartbeat Arena podcast. This is episode 2. Okay? I will see you all Tuesday with more hot topics and more things to talk about. It's your host, Trillionaire Chuck. I'll see you all next time.